he's kind of like
he's
important.
He's important, but he does he becomes the leader. He gives him the leader after Rufio dies.
And you don't know why.
And you don't really understand why.
Except for that he recognized him as Peter.
He recognized... Well, actually, the little kid did first.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the little black
boy.
kid did.
Yeah.
You know, the fat kid was just like, you know, he's like, I guess Toodles did lose his marbles, didn't he? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
That's good. Episode 127. Yeah. We're out here. Just the two of us, the OG crew.
That's right.
We're doing it right today.
We don't know what's going on with Enzo.
He might be quitting.
We don't know. We
said we fired him last week, but we were joking. But I think he's getting ahead of it, and I think he's doing the old quit. I don't know. Fools. I got people calling. I think I said it all the time on this. I got people calling in on my real job, people calling in on my fake job.
Yeah.
I can't. This work economy is fucking killing me, dude.
It's crazy. Let's jump into that pop culture.
Pop it, baby.
Got some interesting things. Let's start with some trailers. Did you watch that Scream trailer?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
All right.
I've seen it.
So Scream 6?
I think so.
I don't know what it is anymore. I'll tell you this, though, man. I love Screams. I love the Screams. Even, like, the shitty ones.
6.
Even the shitty ones, I still like them. I still watch them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're classics.
Yeah, and this one's taking place in New York City, and it's got like a vibe to it that it's got like this tone I'm digging.
It's got the Jen Ortega from
it's got Wednesday Addams in it. This one's got an interesting tone to it. I like. It's kind of gritty looking.
So this is the 6th one. That's crazy.
6th one, yeah. Taking place in New York City. I feel like they're going to kill off Courtney Cox in this one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like they show us a lot too much in the trailer. But I do like that scene that they show of like him going into the liquor store. Like blowing a dude's face off
and shit though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
It seems like they're kind of amping it up.
Yeah, I think so.
But like I said, it's the tone of it. Like that color grade. I like that color grade for the city.
It looks like Nolan right in that intro.
Yeah. It's a lot grittier. It almost has like a Departed feel or something, you know, or like a.
It looks like it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
Like not a Scream where it's cheesy and still a good movie, but
well, it has the parts.
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me.
But like all this opening and like the tone of this trailer.
Yes.
And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history.
So that blonde girl that's Hayden
this
something.
Like any other ghost face.
She's from I think
what
the
is this place?
4th one.
A shrine. We've got to lure him in. We execute him.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe.
Like that.
But there's never been one like me, Gail. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
I believe there's a fucking
yeah.
I
would hope so.
This is not the red band.
You want me. So let's finish this.
Guys?
Oh, that's the chick from. She's in Yellow Jackets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's coming out soon. That comes out like next week.
that looks solid. That looks
That
solid.
comes out this week, I think.
When was it? March 13th?
Yeah, March 10th.
March 10th?
Yeah.
I spent the last 7 years
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig it. I'm gonna watch it.
I think it looks like when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, they're making like a cinematic screen. Like that's what I took out of it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
like
this
a-
is like a pretty.
Like, okay, let's put it this way. So Scream is a parody of. It's like a meta parody of horror.
Yeah.
You know, like that was his whole Wes Craven's take on it. That's what he was doing.
Sure.
Making fun of the genre of horror.
Yeah, like a scary
Basically.
movie before a scary movie.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like being like just meta with it. And this looks like they're going outside of that and making it real.
Like an actual horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for, you know what scene throws me off?
What?
Like the Batcave of Scream suits.
Yeah, that's
I don't. That was when it lost me.
that has
little bit.
like a Saw vibe to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. It lost me a little bit with that. I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
Like, what is this? It's a shrine.
Yeah.
It's got a stage of
Like, how much did that guy spend on that? Like, who?
maybe it's like a team,
Yeah.
an art project,
Oh,
Banksy of
a Banksy of screams.
killers, serial killers.
What's his name? Ghostface.
Ghostface?
Ghostface.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, I'll watch every Scream that comes out.
I haven't seen. I mean, Jared Leto looks great in that one.
Yeah,
looks transformational.
yeah. His transition was good.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else came out trailer wise? They had the Ninja Turtles. Did you watch that?
No, I was actually saving that for this.
Oh, you didn't watch it. Okay.
I started it, but I didn't. I wanted to watch it on here.
Yeah, we'll watch it real quick, but yeah, it's by Seth Rogen. So I don't like Seth Rogen outside of his work. I don't like him. But I will admit I do like Seth Rogen's work.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
I like his work.
what I mean, like, what do you mean, like his politics? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like him as a person. Like he comes out, he like you watch him. He'll do interviews and he'll be like, "Oh, first we gotta, like, accept that we're on stolen land right now before we start this interview.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah.
we're white men. I'm fucking stoned. Weed is cool. Like it's like fuck you, dude. Like you're like a super privileged person. Like
Yeah.
if you're worried about that kind of shit, like give up your mansion.
Yeah. Exactly.
Buy people houses, underprivileged people of colored houses.
I can
People of color, I'm sorry.
I'll fix-
People of
I'll
color.
fix it in post.
Yeah, people of color, I'm sorry.
I'll just swap it. People of color.
God.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
So it's animated, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it's cool style.
Nickelodeon movies. Where the fuck
Yeah,
that
they
come
own the
from?
rights.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got like a Coraline vibe or something.
Now it's the voices are actual teenagers, like young kids.
Stay still. Stay still. Now. Oh.
Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Hey, why do we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill.
Raphael's the lead in of Mighty Ducks. The lead kid in Mighty
Hear that?
Ducks.
What was that?
Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
What the heck are those things? They look like little Shreks to me.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Oh my God!
Oh my right, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So, you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze.
It's nice, right? It's
Fucking, I want you to pause this. Oh,
I got it. The cast.
The cast. It's huge. So Jackie Chan is Splinter.
Oh.
Okay. You got fucking like I said, the lead of Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
The lead kid.
Yep.
That's Raphael. The other kids, I don't know who they are. You got Post Malone's playing a villain. Seth Rogen is Bebop. John Cena is Rocksteady. You got fucking Paul Rudd is in it.
Okay.
So a lot of fucking
big names.
Yeah, Ice Cube's in it as a villain. Yeah, there's a lot of
Maya Rudolph.
I don't know who that is, but okay, yeah.
She's on SNL.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of big names, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of pumped about it. I think it looks good. It looks like I like the animation. I like the color, the city.
The animation's weird. It's different.
It's very very Spider-Man out of the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse animation.
Yeah, I thought Coraline at first, but like then once it actually shows the Ninja Turtles, it looks a lot different.
Yeah. So I'm digging it. It looks like it's Seth Rogen. It looks like he is a fan of Ninja Turtles, and that's what I think is important.
It's pretty interesting that they did use the teenagers because it almost throws you off of it.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many Ninja Turtles movies that like are voiced by men.
Yes.
So it's like it seems weird, but then you're like, no, they're fucking teenagers. So
they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they sound like.
And some of these kids are pretty young, like fucking like 12, 13.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah, I think like 13 and up to like 16.
That looks good, though. It looks like something you can watch with the kids, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go see this in theaters.
Yeah, with both of them?
Yeah.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Maybe Rachel and I will come with you guys.
It's They need to make a new live action, though, man. They need to make a live action, and they just need to fucking just do the suits again. Just do the fucking suits.
The puppet suits?
Do the fucking puppet suits, man. It's how many fucking years later? Like, that shit's got to be easier now to do.
You'd think so.
You know, don't fucking do CGI.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. You gotta do it practical. I actually saw a clip on TikTok about George Lucas using practical effects in the Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Which is actually the worst looking Star Wars, but like how much he still utilized practical effects. Like for like a stadium scene.
Okay.
There was like a zoom in on the stadium and it was all a bunch of toothpicks in this miniature stadium.
I've seen this before.
And they're colored different.
A long time ago I've seen this.
And they were blowing fans on them. The bottom. Something like that. It was like Q-tips, not toothpicks.
Q-tips, but there was like 1,000 of them.
Yeah,
or like 2,000.
It's crazy.
A crazy amount.
Yeah. Like you'd be like, damn. And it looked shitty.
But when you see it, you're like, you might as well just use.
Yeah, that's what I thought at the end. I was like, it looks shitty enough that you should have just used your shitty CGI at that time.
Right.
But no, that looks good. What's it called? Ninja Turtles?
Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. It's a long name.
Well, it's just because of teenage.
Yeah.
Turtles, it would probably just people call it Mutant Mayhem. And it. So yeah, stoked about that.
No Splinter in it though, huh?
No Splinter's in it.
No, in the trailer though.
Yeah, they showed him real quick.
Okay.
Kind of had like a little afro thing going.
I didn't see it.
I think Jackie Chan being Splinter is very interesting. You know, that's pretty. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's real fast.
What the?
No, you missed it. Right there.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
It's quick.
I'm wondering if Shredder's in it or not.
Bebop and Rocksteady
They
are
were
in
there.
it, though, huh?
Yep. That's why they fucked up on Secret of the Ooze, not putting
Tokar Razor.
Yeah, like the fuck. There was a reason. I forgot what it was.
We talked about it on here. I think it's. I don't know if we talked about it in here, but we talked about it. There is a reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tokar Razor.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to distance themselves from the cartoon.
I thought they lost rights or something. I can't remember, but there was a reason.
They need to go fucking gritty with Ninja Turtles, though, man. I mean, like, that's what I just hate about everything. It's like I get why they don't, because like they need to sell toys and all that shit to kids and everything like that. But it's like, just do both. Just do both, you know. Like, here we got this cartoon coming out, you know. Like, let the kids go see this cartoon, and then make a gritty fucking Ninja Turtles for adults that grew up with Ninja Turtles. They can do that with every property, all properties. You can make a section for kids and a section for adults, you know, all these old time properties and shit. Because I mean, Ninja Turtles is it's a gritty ass comic when it was, you know, came out. The original Ninja Turtles comic is fucking dark and gritty.
Yeah,
it's bloody. They cut off Shredder's head and shit.
Yeah.
Like shit.
So the original comic was that dark?
Yeah, bro. Real fucking. They literally cut off Shredder's head.
Okay. I gotta see that.
I'm pretty sure Shredder's not even like a long arc.
I think you're right that it was just a creative choice by the makers of Secret
creators.
of the Ooze. Yeah. They said it.
No, that's due to could not be used. Those are the creators of Ninja Turtles, Eastman and Laird.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they didn't like what the cartoon did. So the cartoon made it pop, made Ninja Turtles blow up. Right? Okay. For kids.
Yeah. So Tokar Razor, Bebop Rocksteady weren't in the original comics.
I don't know if they were in the original
comics. That's what it sounds like here.
But yeah, so it must not have been. And they didn't like what they did because, like I just said, it was dark and fucking gritty.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want it to be cheesy and stuff. Problem was that it fucking exploded.
Sure.
You know, that's what made it explode. So they've always been kind of shit on in that sense, the creators, you know. Because I think they've always probably been like, oh, let's make something dark. And they're just like, no. Because even the first movie, you know, the first movie is dark.
First movie's very dark.
You know, it's a dark movie.
Yeah.
And then they got a lot of complaints. Got a lot of complaints because the cartoon came out. Parents were taking their, you know, kids to see the movie. The movie stayed truer to the comic. And they're like, what is this? This is too dark. And it's like, no, motherfucker, this is what it is.
What was the rating of it? Was it PG-13? PG, the first one.
Yeah, PG.
Yeah.
But, I mean, ratings were a little bit different then, too.
They were. It wasn't actually much longer after that PG, or before that PG-13 came around. I actually just watched something about that. I think it had something to do with, like, Spielberg and Gremlins.
Okay.
So Gremlins was rated PG, but got a lot of heat for it being.
So they wanted to rate it R.
They wanted to rate it R, so they had to cut a lot of stuff. And did Spielberg do Gremlins? It just might have been Gremlins in general. That was.
Spielberg do Gremlins? Produced it?
No,
it's the guy that did the Home Alone, right?
No, it wasn't.
No?
Well, hold on.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm looking here.
No, go up. Director, written by Chris Columbus. I think that's the guy who did.
Yeah, he did Home Alone.
But it was written by him. Okay.
So who directed it?
Who produced it?
Well, you know who produced it. Joe Dante. So no, but I don't remember. I was watching something about Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, so things come up for weird reasons like that.
Yeah.
So they created something so they can get away with.
Yes. But
Okay.
on that note, with the Steven Spielberg, I watched what I was watching was did you know that Hook kind of flopped?
I just watched Hook before we came here.
Did you?
Yep, with
That's
Hayden.
funny. Well,
It didn't get good reviews.
No.
It was very received very poorly.
And it was supposed to
when it
be
came out.
like
Isn't that crazy?
the modern day Wizard of Oz. Is like they spent like $1 million or $100 million on it or something
like
stupid.
400 million.
Yeah, something crazy. They spent a shit ton on it, and it was actually written. Spielberg got it, but it was originally given to another director. And Spielberg was trying to make a Peter Pan movie for like 20 years.
Okay.
And he just like kept getting pushed off, and it just like other projects would come up, and then he had a kid, so he didn't want to be around himself or be around that boyish image that he was having with like all of his other films like E.T. and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, but they spent a shit, so he ended up getting it, and they spent a shit ton of money on it and like built the most elaborate sets that they've seen in Hollywood. And then it came out the same time that T2 came out.
Okay.
And T2 just like took over the box office sales.
As it should, yeah.
Yeah. And didn't end up, and people were saying that in the reviews that like the second act was slow and it didn't like it
didn't get I read that. That's crazy to me. I was thinking about that when I was watching it with Hayden.
Yeah.
It's like that's insane to like.
And I guess it was like over 3 hours long when they finished it.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
I would love to see that. There's like a bigger arc to his daughter's character.
Okay, yeah, she is kind of
She's in and out.
thrown to the side in that.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a musical.
Okay, I wouldn't like that.
And she has the only song that stayed in it.
Yeah, she does sing the song.
She sings a song in it.
That makes sense now.
The whole movie was supposed to be a musical. He actually
Did they
regrets.
film it as a musical?
No.
Okay.
He regrets that he didn't go that direction because he thought it would have been bold and just like different for the whole feel of the whole movie.
Okay.
And they ended up using a lot of the scores. They wrote words and they had songs for the whole movie.
Okay. They use scores.
They used the
instead?
score, of the songs.
Okay.
And I guess the score is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a great score. Yeah, man, Hayden was fucking loving it, and it's a great fucking sequel to Peter Pan.
Yeah,
it's like a great Peter Pan sequel.
It's the best Peter Pan sequel.
Like it just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know,
mm-hmm.
He would choose to become adult.
Yep.
Marry fucking Wendy's granddaughter.
Yep.
And
it's
forget.
Deep. It's meta, right? I mean, it's fucking like because
it's interesting. I was noticing that makes sense now that there's so much cut from it that you're talking about because there were certain parts at the end that I was noticing that they didn't go into detail with, and I noticed it because I've read it to my kids. And Peter Pan as a book is kind of fucking weird. It's kind of fucked up. Like there's a lot of fucked up things. Like when you go there, you start forgetting. You forget who your parents are.
Yeah.
Like you forget about the real world.
Yeah.
Right? Just like when you go to the real world, you forget about Neverland. Well, the opposite happens both ways.
Yeah.
And they don't really like go into that in the movie.
Jack
really
starts to forget.
Jack starts to forget, but they don't really explain it in the movie.
Yeah.
And then like when they come home, he like sees his mom. Like they come in, they fly into the window and she's sleeping, right? And he's like, I remember her.
Yeah.
And it's just like those little things where it's like, what are you talking about? You remember her? Like,
yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't you remember her?
Yeah.
I bet you they went into.
I think there's a lot more, and they cut it because it's funny because the critics said that the second act was slow, or no, the first act's slow, and you don't get anything till Robin Williams becomes Peter Pan.
Yeah.
and you don't get any action and excitement.
Yeah.
Which I mean is true, but
It is true, yeah.
But the whole beginning is the storytelling, which makes the movie kind of brilliant.
Yeah, it's him finding Peter Pan and
So
himself.
they cut a lot of that the middle act where there's even more of the explanation of the characters of the Lost Boys and
Right.
like the big fat kid had a bigger role too.
Yeah, because he just becomes fucking.
He's kind of like
You
he's
know.
important.
He's important, but he
Yeah.
does he becomes the leader. He gives him the leader.
Yeah.
After Rufio dies,
And you don't know why.
And you don't really understand why,
except
and
for
it's just
that
like,
he recognized him as Peter.
He recognized. Well, actually, the little kid did first.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the little black kid did.
Yeah.
You know, the fat kid was just like, you know, he's like, I guess Toodles did lose his marbles, didn't he? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
That's good.
But no, as I was watching it, I figured out it's like one of those movies where like you've seen it way too many times.
Yeah.
Where like I'm just like I like literally just quoting like every line.
Oh yeah.
Without even thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
You know, fucking.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I used to have the Rufio sword. Did you have the Rufio sword?
The Pan sword.
The Pan sword.
Yes.
But it was like Rufio's sword in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's the Pan sword. Yeah.
It's the Pan sword. Yeah. It was gold and
Yeah.
a ding.
Yep.
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 It was a good sword.
It was a good sword.
Good sword. Yeah, man. Fucking Hook's just it's great. Classic.
I
to
liked
me.
it as a kid, so I don't know. Like, I don't know how critics would have shit on it for being slow when I was came out in the 90s for sure. I think it came out 93, something like that, 92 maybe.
94.
91.
91. Damn.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, God, it came out when I was 4 years old.
Did it?
That's crazy. I didn't see it till later than that. I seen it on video first.
I don't remember seeing it in theaters.
No, me neither.
I don't know if I did or not. But I remember seeing Terminator 2 in theaters, which came out a year later.
It actually came out at the same time.
No. Yeah, Terminator's 92. Right? Or is it 91?
91.
Oh, 91.
Yeah, I think it because it came out. It was competing with it.
Oh, okay.
So your parents took you to T2.
Yeah, dog.
At 4 years old.
Get up. Dude, I was hyped on T2. I remember going to the video store and my dad letting me buy like a movie magazine, right? Like a behind the scenes movie magazine. And I got it because there was a whole big section on Terminator 2. You know, like that, a huge section because it was coming out.
Okay.
And I bought it for that. I wanted it for that. And I remember like reading about like all this behind the scenes stuff. Or
Sure.
at least looking at pictures and shit.
Yeah, you were 4 years old. You weren't reading anything.
Yeah.
That's wild. That was rated R, right?
Dude, so what grade would
Yeah.
we been in? Because I remember specifically because in second grade, like this is like a core memory of mine. We were learning about like mercury or something like that, and I kept calling it liquid metal. And my teacher was like, there's no such thing as liquid metal. And I was like, no, there is liquid metal. That's what the T-1000's made out of. And liquid metal is liquid metal. Because that's what he's like, salt polymer, whatever he says. And he's like, liquid metal.
Yeah.
You know? And that stuck with me as a kid. So I don't know, so that second grade would have been, I don't know.
Dude, that's wild.
But yeah, I remember seeing that shit.
That's
man.
wild. You went to the theaters and seen T2 at 4 years old.
Yeah, dog.
You couldn't have been second grade.
No, dude. I remember, but then again, I was watching I got at the Martin house. I didn't move from the Martin house until second grade. Okay, so at the Martin house, I remember Christmas. I got my RoboCop action figure, which is still at my parents' house. All right, my RoboCop 2 action figure might have been 3. Might have been RoboCop 3. When did RoboCop 3 come out? Look that up.
Probably.
But I remember getting that for Christmas at that house. Okay, and it like came with a gun. It came with a gun that you detach his arm and you put this big gun on it.
93.
93.
So you were 6 years old.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
First grade, probably.
So yeah. So yeah, because yeah. Yeah, 6 years old would be first grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember getting that gun, and I remember my mom taking me to the mall to meet RoboCop, and I got pissed because he wouldn't show me. He wouldn't take out his gun, like upset me. At Oakland Mall, but yeah. So yeah, I was watching RoboCop, and I distinctly remember watching the cartoon. They came out with a RoboCop cartoon.
Would you sit down and watch T2 with your daughter?
No.
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 No. That's wild that your parents made that choice.
Yeah, dude, it was different then, I guess, man.
I
Like,
don't think it was. I don't think so.
no, it is fun because like they still are like that because like I go and my like my mom will be like my mom, my mom, they'll be like, I'm like, oh, what'd you guys do today? She's like, well, they'll be like, yeah, there are body parts in the trash bags. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you talking like this? Why are you saying those words to me? You know, and it's like, oh, we watched I don't know, those crime shows that are on.
Oh, like A&E, like
yeah,
true crime
shows. You know, like we watched the first 48 with Grandma.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm thinking I gotta be careful with them watching Disney and going to Grandma's house and learning about a guy who chopped up his wife,
right?
Put her in a garbage bag.
You're fucking scanning Disney movies for fucking Masonic symbols.
Yeah. They're fucking grandma I gotta worry about.
Watching the first 48.
You know?
Oh man.
And it's like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, he turned out okay.
I guess.
I mean, you didn't turn violent or anything because of it.
No.
So,
right.
I mean, you can't, you got to throw that out.
Yeah.
I mean, your brother might have been a little more violent.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the correlation to that is.
Yeah, Hook's a good movie, though, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe. I thought they were going to talk about like how it killed it after its release or something in this documentary, but
yeah,
it was a 15-minute YouTube video I watched.
Yeah. I actually, because on that topic, I've actually seen some comments about people being like, "Well, this is not going to be as bad as Hook," because they're releasing a new Peter Pan on Disney Plus.
Still shitting on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read some comments about it. And
that was
like, what are you talking about,
I
bro?
heard
like
when I watched this documentary that it wasn't like.
Yeah, I've always thought it was. Yeah, I always thought it was a.
I mean, it should be
masterpiece movie.
I mean, even the
what
CGI,
is the IMDb of it?
Even the CGI holds.
Yeah,
it does. Like it's like state of the art. I mean, they spent $1 billion on it.
Did you watch the new Peter Pan trailer?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
6.8 on Hook.
6.8. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
That's not good enough.
No.
It's got to be at least an 8.
Yeah, bro.
8.2. I'm giving it an 8.2. 8.4 maybe.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Because I can get maybe some plot holes, I guess, but I think that all is fixed with a director's cut.
Yeah. You ever see the theory about how Captain Hook's actually the good guy?
No. In this particular movie?
No, just in general. Like Captain Hook's the good guy because Peter Pan's out there stealing kids
and
keeping them.
What's Hook doing?
He's trying to kill Peter Pan.
Oh, because he's a kidnapping.
He's a kidnapping motherfucker, stealing kids.
I mean, he's a little kid too, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah, I like that. I like any of those alternate theories.
He's kind of creepy. Like in the book, Peter Pan's kind of he's a dick. He's kind of a douchebag.
He's like a trickster, right?
Yeah, he's very mischievous.
Yeah.
Just as a person, as a being. Like he's not really a good person.
You know, it's a good Peter Pan movie.
He's like, fuck your moms. Like with Wendy and Michael and them, he's basically like, fuck them. Stay here. It's kind of creepy. There's some creepy shit.
Yeah, but he's a kid.
Yeah,
he's just a redhead, bratty kid.
Yeah, he's a brat though.
Yeah,
he's like a douchebag. Now he's Indian.
Oh, in the new one?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Tinkerbell's black, of course. You know, they couldn't make her Hispanic or Asian. You know.
Yeah.
They had to make her black.
What is it? What's the new Peter Pan called?
Peter Pan and Wendy.
In this live action?
Which I believe is the original title of Peter Pan.
I think so too.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it. I'm stuck with Peter Pan.
John Favreau?
Is that who did it?
With this?
You got no sound in this, dog?
I got sound. It's Disney Plus too.
Are you
Lost Boys.
Every last one of us.
But you're not all boys.
So?
What is this place?
It's home.
Peter found it. Just like he found all of us.
It's like he found me.
Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
They kept Hook white, though. Tell you
What'd
that
say,
much.
boys? You ready for an adventure?
They would have got a lot of shit if they changed that.
Away.
It's closer than you think.
There, look.
What is it that you're afraid of, my love?
Perhaps I don't want to grow up.
Hold the past in your heart, but where you go from here, it's up to you.
Jude Law.
Moira, Angela, darling. Where is Peter Pan?
Wendy's probably going to be better than Peter Pan, I take it. Like, she's probably going to be a lot more powerful, I would assume, than Peter Pan.
She becomes the lead.
Yeah, you know.
She takes over the Lost Boys.
I'm not going to say she's not the lead in general, but...
Does she adapt Pan's powers?
No.
So why does it seem like she's able to fly?
Because that's what they're going to do.
Oh.
Women do it better.
Yeah.
You know? And it's interesting. Why is it Disney Plus?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Just like, I just feel like something like Peter Pan.
Oh, it's not theaters. You're saying?
Not theaters. Yeah, you know, it's Disney Plus.
Because it's probably not that good.
It's probably not that good.
I mean, isn't that straight to streaming now? The new straight to video.
Kind of. I feel like it is.
Yeah. Now, if it's a series and it's on streaming, it has a potential of being.
That's what I was hoping it was. I was hoping it was gonna be a series I could watch with the kids.
Yeah. It's a one-off though. You ever seen Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp?
Yeah. Long time ago.
It's a good movie. It's slow, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And it's a cool take on Peter Pan because
it's about him writing the play. And then they intertwine like fantasy into like real world scenarios and how he comes up with the ideas of Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. It is good.
It's Kate Winslet too, I think. Isn't it?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I always like the kid. I think the best pan is the one that was made in like 2005.
I never seen that one. You do like that one.
I think I like his Peter Pan. He's kind of like annoying and like you kind of want to punch him in the face.
What was it called?
I think it's just Peter Pan.
Is it just Peter Pan? And it's a live action as well, right?
Yeah, I think like 2005 or something, or
2003 possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this one.
Play that trailer real quick.
Okay. Just switch this real quick. Oh, that's not the right one.
I liked this one. I actually liked this one. They did a cool. They made the mermaids really creepy and scary.
Yeah, they are scary.
And
Forget them all. Come away to Neverland.
Without any rules. Without anyone telling you what to do.
Come with me, we'll never have to worry about grown-up things again.
Never is an awfully long time.
He is very Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That smile got him the job. This movie has the same rating as Hook.
The ice is melting. The sun is out. The flowers are all in bloom. He's back.
I like the dad is Hook. Like their dad, the same actor.
Oh, okay. So it's like showing, yeah.
Didst thou ever want to be a pirate? Wendy.
Promise me one thing. Leave Hook to me.
Beg for your lives.
English gentlemen, do not beg.
Please! Please!
Why do you hate him so?
This looks like a fun one with the kids.
Yeah.
Not this time.
I don't think it's Disney either.
No, it's not. 2002. So I think Peter Pan is like one of those
Free for all.
free for alls. Like it's an open domain or something like that.
Yeah,
Public
yeah.
domain.
Yeah, like Winnie the Pooh is now.
Yeah, anybody can make a. That's why they did like a Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Well, yeah, it has. I don't think it's come out yet, but
It hasn't come out.
yeah, I guess they're getting like death threats and shit for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because people don't want them to
Right.
vilify Winnie the Pooh.
Right.
Okay. This has like a Harry Potter vibe to it. Was this like the same time? as
Yeah,
Harry
you're right.
Potter?
It does have a very Harry Potter vibe.
I feel like it has to be. It was. What did we say? 2002.
Yeah, which is interesting because we just finished Harry Potter
So
Chamber of Secrets, and we just watched the movie.
Year after Harry Potter, the first one.
Okay.
So they're kind of playing on that.
It's interesting with Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. That's the second movie, right? It's the second shortest book in the series, right? Other than the first one.
Yeah.
But the movie's I think it's the longest movie out of the series, which makes no sense.
It's 4 or almost 3 hours long.
Yeah. But the other books have so much shit in them. Like, why would they, they must take out so much from the other books. Because I've never read those
from the
other books.
The movies, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, they take out a lot in this one.
You never read the first book?
I read the first two.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna read the third one. I just got it.
I fell off it. The first one.
Like recently?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I told you.
I know.
You gotta start later.
I know. It was just too. It was too childish. I think.
It is. Yeah.
I just didn't. Nothing. I'd rather watch like Asha Logos videos or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, Fuck am I doing?
You gotta wait till it starts getting deep around the third one. That's when it's like it's not deep yet, but it starts getting deeper.
I remember really
With the
liking the
movies and-
fourth movie.
Yeah,
Which I
but the
think
third
is-
movie's the start of the darkness.
Then maybe the third one. What's the third one?
That's the guy who did Children of Men.
Oh, okay.
He did the third one.
Is that the Prisoner of
Azkaban?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that guy kills it.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah. There was something else I had that was kind of piggybacked off of all this. God, I can't remember what it was now.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about the movie. Did you start watching Barry yet?
No, not yet. We're going to though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just finished it, and
You finished.
the show.
How many shows is it?
It's
Or
3 seasons. Okay. And I guess they're making a 4th season, and I'm very intrigued on how they're gonna go about it.
So they don't leave you. Well, yeah, we talked about the 4 seasons coming out in April.
No. That was like a old ad or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was for the 3rd season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
They're saying they're gonna film a 4th one. It's just gonna be really interesting.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Just saying it doesn't really leave
any room.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe they go back.
Maybe something.
No, I didn't start Barry. I really wanted to.
Yeah, you should start Barry.
Yeah, I'm going to pretty soon. Oh, I remember. It has nothing to do with anything we were talking about.
The 3rd movie of Harry Potter, the Dumbledore changes because the original Dumbledore died.
Yeah, you can't tell either.
You could tell.
Can you?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
It's the guy from Lord of the Rings, though, right?
No, maybe is it?
I think they get Gandalf.
Ian McKellen or whatever.
Maybe not, because he's not.
Well, which one are you on? Okay, who's Dumbledore? Yeah,
This is Prisoner of.
It's not him.
Hold on, why would they have Dumbledore in the cast? You seeing it? Dumbledore.
Yeah, it's Michael.
Oh, okay. They didn't use Gandalf. I
Yeah.
thought they did use Gandalf.
No,
They should have.
he's the better one.
The new one?
Yeah.
Shitting on that man's legacy like that.
So we watched a movie that's on Prime, called Smile.
I remember it coming out.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good horror movie, man. I wasn't really expecting it. I turned it on kind of thinking it was gonna be like, I don't know, like I don't know what I was expecting. Just some stupid slasher movie or something like that. But it was actually really, really good. And it's don't watch it if you're like really tired, because it is kind of slow in parts. Like the action is far in between like moments. But it's filmed really cool. It's filmed really well. And basically what it's about is it kind of has like a It Follows vibe to it. Basically there's an entity out there, and what it does is this entity takes you comes attached to you, right? And it fucks with you. Like it fucks with you mentally and basically makes you start like going crazy, right? And for about a week, and then after like a week it like fully possesses you and makes you brutally kill yourself in front of somebody, right?
Ooh.
But as you kill yourself, you do it like with this big smile on your face, and like again, like I said, brutally kill yourself in front of somebody, right? And whoever sees you kill yourself, they get it next.
Okay.
It attaches to that person, because what it's all about trauma, and like that's what this entity is, and like it feeds off of. Hence why it makes you brutally kill yourself in front of somebody. while smiling, so that the person seeing that gets really fucked up, not only just because you're brutally killing yourself in front of them, but you're doing it with a smile on your face, you know?
Sure.
So it really fucks with your psyche and causes trauma into you, and then it can latch itself to you. So and then it just keeps going.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it is good, man. It's a really good, interesting story, and it's. I think the music's good in it. I'm pretty sure the music's good in it because there's times like I didn't like listen to it, but there's many times where I was like, oh, like the music's making me feel, you know,
uneasy,
feeling right here, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a movie that I think a sequel. It would be very easy for somebody to take this, if not the original director, maybe another director, and taking it and just making it better. I think it's a very easy movie to make better by just making it a little bit more darker and putting in a little bit more fucked up shit in it.
Okay. Do you remember that when it was coming out?
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what I thought this movie was gonna be like.
Like what type of horror?
Yeah, and it wasn't. I didn't think it was gonna be as artsy as it was.
Sure. Okay, you thought it was gonna be like. You
got lights flashing.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
DT having trouble around here. You thought it was gonna be like.
Yeah, I can't think of one, but yes.
God, I know exactly what you're thinking too.
You know, like fucking like Truth or Dare or something like that.
Okay.
Like, you know, like a Truth or Dare movie, just like a lot of blood and.
Well, when they were doing the promotion for this, they just like paid regular random actors to go to like MLB games, and like they'd give them like right behind the plate tickets.
Okay.
And they would just sit there and smile the whole time.
Oh.
And they'd be at like all over like let me see if I can find some images of this. Like so like they'd be, you know, in Good Morning America, like in the crowd. And there'd just be somebody in the crowd just standing there smiling. I think they'd wear a shirt or something that says smile.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So nobody knew what it was like about, like what Smile was. It was before the trailer even dropped or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, man. I was like I said, like I hope they make a sequel to this. Like I would enjoy to watch another movie of this, and you know, the same director, maybe just make it just a tad bit. Doesn't need to be overly dumb, just a tad bit darker.
Like you see over here. So she like that's like one instant of it. Like here's another one.
Has been grinning from ear to ear all fucking game, and she hasn't moved. She's starting to freak me out, man. What is this lady doing? Enough of the batter. This lady hasn't moved. She's scaring away the kids. Update, 1 inning later, she's still fucking standing. She's got that stupid grin on her face. If security doesn't kick her out, I'm gonna fly to...
The movie advertisers put actors in bright yellow and blue shirts and had them stand behind home plate during several MLB games throughout the summer. It was definitely an unexpected move, and one that worked. Not only did people in attendance take notice of these strange figures, but those watching on TV also spotted them. And since they were wearing bright yellow shirts with "Smile" written on them, it was impossible to miss.
Yeah, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
This is how you can tell something is.
I actually kind of thought that the movie was gonna suck because of it, though.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It is a lot more artsy than I thought it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be this artsy, and there's a lot of cool shots and stuff in it, and cool.
Is it scary?
Tone. It's not like scary. It does have some jump scares to it that did work. It's creepy though. It is definitely creepy. Some creepy parts to it.
It sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, it is good. I suggest people watch it. It's free on Amazon Prime right now.
Pop it, baby.
Just keeping us in that pop culture. You know what I mean?
Keeping us in the pop culture.
I watched Chris Rock's new stand-up.
You did?
Yeah, his new special.
Okay, I've seen clips.
You've seen some clips of it?
Yeah,
it's a masterpiece. I mean, is it a masterpiece? Maybe that's an overstatement, but it's Chris Rock. You can't. I mean, I think Chris Rock's one of the greatest stand-ups of all time. His Bigger and Blacker was, probably one of the things that got me into stand-up.
Right.
For sure. And I mean, it's he knows how to. I feel like a good comedian really knows how to hit, you watch everything with like a political mind now in 2023, especially with, you're like trying to see how woke everyone's going to be. And, he has some gnarly like abortion jokes.
Yeah, I've seen those.
But at the same time, he kind of does like a Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're killing a baby.
Yeah, that's what I kind of, because I saw a TikTok where someone's like, the stand-up's evil, and they were showing that, and I don't know, I was kind of getting like, my personal, like, I was kind of like being like, it kind of sounds like he's like mocking it, like he's like saying, hey, we're killing people.
Yeah. Bill Burr did like the other thing was like it's the same bit as Bill Burr's bit, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, essentially, like it's a very similar take on abortion.
Yeah.
But he kind of like goes into like more of like how he's been a part of a lot of them.
Okay.
But he does like hammer away that it's like you're killing babies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like a good stand-up will like really not like he's not virtue signaling. It doesn't feel virtue signaling.
Right. Yeah, I didn't really get that out of that clip that I watched.
No, and just the whole thing, like it doesn't matter even whatever he's talking about. It's just like he kind of is like poking fun at all sides.
Yeah, it was going. He's like, yeah, I have I don't care, kill the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
up till they're 4 years old.
Exactly. He just takes
whatever.
The bit,
do it.
He takes the bit into like.
But you're killing a baby.
Yeah.
You're killing a human.
Yeah. He takes the bit into like being a father and wanting to kill your kids.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's like shit. He's like, do your homework or we're going to the clinic. You know what I mean? Like one of those deals. Like
yeah.
And it's funny. I mean, the whole thing's it's Chris Rock, so it's like obviously it's like crafted perfectly.
Yeah.
And he actually fucks up in it because it's a live special.
I saw that too.
Yeah, so it's for Netflix streamed it live.
Okay, yeah.
And he's like at his
Will Smith one?
His last bit's about Will Smith. It's
Yeah.
probably it's his big ender. And he fucks up in the middle of it and he's like, I fucked the joke up. And he just goes into it the right way and then still like gets a crack out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Even after fucking it up. Like and he hammers Will Smith. Like
yeah, I watched those.
yeah, those are the ones that are going viral. Like if it's like a rap battle, like
yeah,
like that fool just like dunked on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's how I took it. It's really good though. I mean, as far as I like Chris Rock and it's Chris Rock. So
right.
And he really hasn't put out anything in years, so it was great. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, something anger or rage, selective rage or selective anger.
Yeah, it's something like that. New Netflix special.
Just type in selective. It'll pop up after Chris Rock.
Selective outrage. That's
Selective
right.
outrage.
Yeah. Because he's talking about like it's like the premise of the Will Smith joke.
Right.
And on stand up, Roseanne Barr was just on Kill Tony.
Okay.
And Kill Tony's that show that highlights comedians, like they pull them out of a bucket and then the comedian gets to do 1 minute of material and then they talk to the panel, which is usually it's Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Redband, and then like famous comedian guests, or not so famous sometimes, just comedians.
Yeah.
And Roseanne was just recently on it, and it's a brilliant episode.
Really?
Yeah, you should check it out.
It's a podcast?
Yeah, it's a podcast. You can listen to it.
Okay.
But it's a live podcast, so it's...
Does she do a good job on her bit?
Well, she's on the panel.
Oh, she's on the panel.
So
okay.
everyone so it's all amateurs. It's random. So it's done in Austin, and you sign up. It's like an open mic. You sign up for it, and they put your name in a hat. And then they draw a name, and then that person comes up and does a minute of stand-up.
Right.
So if you sign up, you get a minute pulled. And then the panel usually just like clowns on you after or whatever. Like they just fuck with you. And if you suck, which happens a lot, like some people just suck. Like they've never done stand-up before or whatever. Then they'll just tear into you. Tony Hinchcliffe, the host of it's like a famous roast comedian. So he's like a really good roaster, and he writes on like all the Comedy Central roasts and shit.
Yeah.
But Roseanne takes it, and she does it like she's actually kind and supportive.
Okay.
To the comedians, which is good. It happens on the show every once in a while. Some of the panel will actually give the comedians like feedback, and she does that to every one of them. And she like says that in the beginning of the episode. She's like, I'm not going to be on this hate and this evil shit. He's like, the world's got enough. She's like, the world's got enough of that. She's like, with all these fucking people. She's like, I think there is a fight between good and evil right now.
Yeah.
And evil seems to be winning. So tonight I'm going to decide to be good.
All right. Yeah, I love Roseanne.
Yeah, she's fucking brilliant on it. She gets a little tipsy at the end, but it gets a little wild.
She got her demons.
Yeah, she got her demons.
She got her demons.
I didn't know she was Jewish.
Is she Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know the way she talks about like faith and God. It doesn't sound.
She practicing Jew?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds more like she says she's Jewish on it a bunch though. So
okay.
Not that means anything, everyone.
Well, on that note, did you watch that trailer for that new horror movie coming out?
The new horror movie?
The Night Shift one?
The one of the remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what's that on? Does this have to do with
I don't know.
Okay. Right.
Talking about demons and shit.
Oh Lord. Okay, I shouldn't have asked.
Pop it, baby.
So it's called Malum.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
Malum. And basically what this is there's a movie out there called
Creepy
Night
smiles
Shift.
at baseball games promote-
Sorry.
And this
it's gonna do it again. Shut up.
This movie Night Shift, I think it came out in like 2014 or something, but it's like one of those movies that is like, it's like one of my top horror movies of like accident that is now like a staple for every fucking Halloween October. I must watch.
Is it The Last Shift? Not Night Shift.
Yeah, Last Shift.
Last Shift. Yeah.
It's up there with Hell House. You know, just like one of those sleeper. It's like up there from like my top sleeper horror movies.
You stumbled on.
Just stumbled on, and was taken back, and was like, holy shit, this is actually a really good premise and good, well done. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's called Last Shift, and it's about a cop, this new rookie cop who has to go and spend the night at this police station. This police station, they're moving to a new police station, a brand new police station that was just built, and she has to go and stay the night at the old police station the last night that it's open, by herself, just for like insurance reasons and shit like that. And she has to like let some like cleaning crew in or something at like in the morning and shit. So she's staying there, and all this creepy shit starts happening because she's like by herself, and like all this crazy demonic shit starts going down, and it's very, very creepy. You watched it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good.
Right? It's good. Yeah, it's a good fucking movie. And I was totally not expecting it. and there's a lot of creepy fucking scenes in this movie. Well, it turns out that director, this new movie called Malum, is that movie, okay? But what happened is that director got some more money and a bigger budget, and he decided to expand that idea. So basically, the director got more money to make the movie what he really wanted it to be, because he probably had a very limited budget when he made Last Shift. Probably had this big idea, just wasn't able to fully flesh it out, you know? Probably using limited, he probably got like this location, and because I mean that's like the most important part of like when you're like filming like for a short film or something, is like getting locations. So if you can get like one location and make a movie out of it, like that's the best way to do it, you know?
For sure.
And so that's probably what he was able to do, is probably able to get this location, make a movie out of it. But now he got a bigger budget, and he's able to expand on the lore of that film. So it's kind of like a reboot, but by the same director. And the trailer looks a lot more intense.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more like gritty and fucking.
I mean, the original movie's pretty gritty and pretty. It's got suspense like a good horror movie should have. Like, it really leaves you in these scenes that are really uncomfortable, and you're waiting for the pop scare, and you get it. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see what this is, and I think it comes out this month.
And this one actually goes a lot deeper into, it looks like, the
cult
story of the cult.
Right. Yeah, so I'm really, really interested to see this.
Yeah, it's got some pretty awesome looking visuals. I'm happy to see that it's the same director too. Because like you said, that just
you don't see this much. You don't see this happening too much, you know. We're like, because it made a splash. It did. Like, it came out at one of the film festivals in 2014. Night Shift did, and like people were like, "This is a good fucking movie. This is a good horror movie," you know. And it did make a splash in like that underground scene and everything like that. So it's cool that he's making this, and it just looks really demonic.
Very demonic.
Very, very demonic.
Very. I mean,
you got to pray after you watch this. I
absolutely.
Think. But in theaters, March 31st. You know, I'm not gonna go see. We might. I don't know. I might.
Maybe we'll take a trip.
Yeah. Take the kids, you know?
Take the kids, dude. Take the kids, dude. Follow your parents' footsteps.
Let's jump into sports real quick.
Some sports?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there you go. Snapshot. Bingo. Right in the back of the net. Number 17 really peeved off, wasn't he?
All right, so we're Red Wings fans on the show here.
Oh yeah, we are.
All right. And a lot of shit went down for the Red Wings.
A lot of crazy shit.
A lot of crazy shit went down. Trade deadline just happened last week, and we locked in our captain for the next 8 years. You know, they didn't budge too much on him, huh? You know, it really met 8.7. He was asking for 9.
9, yeah.
You know,
they were offering 8.3 or 8.
I think they were offering 8.
Yeah.
You know, so he got. They did some negotiating. It took a long time, but they locked in our captain for the next 8 years with Dylan Larkin. And then Yzerman. So we were kind of on like this winning streak where we were almost like we were like in the wild card.
We won about to be 8 the wild games card. Out of 7 games on the road, I believe it was.
And we were inching up there on the wild card. Like people were like, "Holy shit, we're gonna make the playoffs!"
Yeah,
you know. And then all of a sudden we played fucking Ottawa back to back,
and Ottawa's in our division.
Fucking manhandled.
Yeah, we needed to win. We needed points out of both those games.
And they manhandled us, like physically manhandled us. Their captain, I think he's the captain. Their star player,
Chuck. Yeah,
he like literally like mocked the whole bench.
Yeah, he like
you can find it.
Yeah,
you can
he
watch
gave him like
he's like, who fucking wants it?
Who wants it? Yeah,
he like went up to the bench, was like, who fucking wants it? Nobody wants it. No, none of you want it. And the fact of the matter was, nobody did.
No,
like nobody stepped up to that motherfucker.
Who would, you know?
And well, we're Red Wings, man. There should have been somebody, you know, with our history.
How do you spell his name?
It's supposed to be like a T.
I know.
Kachuk. Just type in fucking. Oh yeah, you should have came up.
That was pretty close, right?
Yeah. TH.
TH?
Yeah, I think it's like a
He went right to
TH.
Tucker. For some reason, Tucker Carlson was auto-corrected on mine. Chuck.
But anyways, so that we lost back to back like horribly. And then like Steve Eisman just started making moves, bro. Like he just started fucking. Everybody was like, okay, the deadline's coming up, and people in Detroit are like, oh, like we're probably gonna be buyers. We're gonna be buyers this this season. And then Eisman just started selling.
Yeah.
Just started selling. He got rid of Sundquist. He got rid of Hronik, one of our D guys. And then the big one was he got rid of
Yeah.
Look at him, dude. Like straight goes. He's like, who fuck wants it? It's like literally what he says. I don't know if to show it. Who wants it? Who fucking wants it? Just shut up. And they're just laughing at us. He got rid of Bertuzzi, our favorite player.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely like a fan favorite, period. Like,
yeah, he's
in
a
Detroit.
He's
sure.
a fan favorite because he's gritty. We talked about him on the show. He's the only NHL player in the league to not get the vaccine.
The only 1% we fuck with.
Yeah. His style of hockey play is like old timey,
hard worker,
and he got rid of him. And
I knew it was gonna happen.
I didn't know it was gonna happen, bro.
I did. I knew it.
It was a pretty shock. He went to Boston,
which is great.
That's who if there was any team that I'd want to see Bertuzzi on, it'd be Boston.
Me too. I like Boston. I guess you're not supposed to like Boston and Detroit. It's one of those teams. It's like the Penguins or something, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to like Boston. Everyone's like, oh, fuck Boston.
Yeah,
I'm like, I like Boston.
Yeah, that's who I want to win the cup.
I like Marchand.
I like Marchand too.
Yeah, I like Marchand.
He's a fucking asshole.
He is a fucking asshole.
I would love for him to be on the Wings,
for
man.
sure. Like,
dude,
I just seen a clip of him the other day, lined up at a face-off, and he just fucking steps on the guy's blade of his stick. It just breaks his blade. Like before the pucks drop.
He's such a little fucking weasel, man.
Dude.
But he does funny shit.
Yeah.
He does funny shit, man.
He doesn't fight either. He's not a fighter.
No.
He just fucks with everybody and pisses them off.
Yep. So I'm glad. So if we were gonna lose Bertuzzi, it's cool that he went to a gritty team.
Yeah. A team that's
notoriously gritty, like
from ever.
So it's really cool, and
they're gonna play in the playoffs.
They're gonna play in the playoffs,
possibly win a cup.
He's probably gonna be like a third or fourth liner on there.
His first game, he got an apple. So
yeah, and a penalty.
Did he get a penalty?
He got
too?
a penalty too. Yeah. So that's who I'm gonna be watching for. It gave me an excuse because usually like the playoffs, since the Wings aren't in it anymore, I pick a team. For whatever reason, I pick a reason to like a team.
Yeah.
And, I find a reason to find a team.
Sure.
Some shitty reason. And this is a great one to get my team that I'm going to watch.
I don't do that, and I normally don't watch the playoffs.
Okay.
Because, I don't know. I'm a homer when it comes to sports, just period.
Yeah.
And I'm excited this year because I think Boston's my team now. I think it just happened. Like now, like all my clips on YouTube I've been watching are like Boston clips, and
I always said that like I'd follow Bertuzzi wherever he goes. Because not only because of the way he plays, but just the fact that he stood up for medical freedom for like choice. He like he stuck to his guns.
That's just a bonus, To the type of hockey he plays is just a testament of what type of man he is, too.
Right.
And I think that's something that's worthy of like fanning out over.
Right.
Someone that could stand up to a whole organization.
Right.
a whole country. He fucking told Canada, "Fuck you, I'm not playing." There.
Yeah, they
Like,
said, "Well, you can't play." He said,
said,
"Fuck it,
yeah.
I won't."
Exactly.
You know? And that's the reason if I get a Wings jersey, it's still going to be a Bertuzzi jersey.
Well, you know, they can re-sign him. So that's
From what I heard. But so I watched. I don't know if you watched it. You should if you haven't. The press conference.
Stevie?
Yeah, Stevie's press conference.
No,
Really good, man.
I heard it's good. Everyone
Stevie's
keeps saying that like it's like a fucking film, dude.
because he does. He the way he does press conferences, he's so like Steve's like his own thing, man. Like he's really good at like not telling you stuff.
Yeah.
But telling you stuff and keeping it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought up because they were going at him. They were asking him, oh, he got rid of Verana. Verana was our guy that we sold Mantha.
Yes.
For Verana, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And Verana was supposed to be this player that was going to come in and make some moves, and he was for a second.
Yeah, he's a beast-ass player.
He was like, it looked like he was going to shine in Detroit. And the thing about it was he didn't want to come to Detroit.
No?
No. Like,
Where was he?
Openly, I think he was Washington.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And from what I understand is that he openly was like, didn't want to come to Detroit. He wasn't cool about it and shit like that. And I think they were like, well, look it, bro, you're not really shining in Washington. I think you're gonna shine here, And then what happened is he got put in that. Something happened. I don't know if it's out or not. Sounds like maybe drug use or something. I can't say. He got put in that program thing.
I heard it was the sniffles.
I heard alcohol.
I heard both. But
well, that's what rumors are,
Yeah.
But it makes sense because he had this shoulder surgery or some shit like that, which is a thing that I guess he did. I didn't know about. Like he had a chance to get shoulder surgery, before the season started,
Yes.
and he said no to it, even though he was advised to get it, and then he ended up having to get it, and so he was out the entire season. Anyways. It sounds like he got let go because some problem. He had some addiction problem or something like that. And they asked Steve about it, and he was just like, I can't go into details about that. He's like, all I'm going to say is I wish him the best of luck in his career.
Okay.
And it was time for us to part ways. He was like very like some shit went down.
Yeah.
He was very disappointed. You
Yeah.
could tell. And then I guess Yzerman, he didn't say this. I don't think he said this in the press conference. He must have said it somewhere else. But I just saw a headline saying that he knew, or he said that he knew that he wasn't going to be able to sign Bertuzzi. Like it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening, which makes me feel like they're not going to get him back. Like we're not going to get him back. It sounds like Bertuzzi wanted to leave.
He wanted more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted more money than the Wings could give him. Yeah. So, yeah, that would make sense that he goes to, I mean, depends on you know what I'm excited for, though, is I want to see his playoff play. Because that's the type of player that has been on the Red Wings for, since he's been on the Red Wings for
8 years?
8 years.
7 years?
So, I don't know. It's a long time.
Yeah, with Larkin.
Yeah, with Larkin.
Larkin actually cried at his press conference when talking about Bertuzzi.
Yeah.
Because they're like boys.
Yeah. I thought he looked like a little bitch.
A little bitch. You just got locked in for 8 years as their captain. You would cry like a little bitch about your boy leaving.
Yeah, dude. You put the fucking chiseled Superman jaw on and you say, we're going to do what we have to do to, I'm going to miss my boy, but we're going to move forward with this team.
Yeah, you say, you know what? Fuck. You say, fuck that anti-vax motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I would have cried. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Cried.
There's no doubt. But I didn't like to see it from our captain.
It's funny because, like I was saying too, when people were before this all happened, people were like, "Holy shit, we're gonna be buyers." We're going to make the playoffs. Like, we're going to be buyers. We're going to be buyers. And they asked Steve, they're like, did the Ottawa games make it change your mind on becoming, or like, how did you feel about not being a buyer this season and everything, and he was like, Steve was just like, that was never going to be an option.
Yeah,
he's like, that wasn't even never. We were never going to be a buyer this season. We were always going to be a seller. So Steve's got a plan.
You got to trust it.
You
got to trust the plan. We've said it before. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Trust the plan.
Yeah, trust the plan.
Oh, there you go. Snapshot.
So, but yeah, that's I don't have a reason to watch them right now. That's the problem with it now. Is like,
I know it was hot for a second too, like when we were on those road victories, and it was like, all right, I watched some. I watched I watched those edits from A Wood I told you about. I usually would watch most of those, but I was like trying to catch the games for a couple weeks, when we were on that road trip.
Sounds like that Edvidson guy, that Edvidson kid that everyone's hyped about, that defense kid, is the prospect.
A Swedish kid or something like that.
I don't know. People were like excited for him to like, oh, he's gonna be coming up soon. I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's
not ready.
Sounds like he's not popping, dude. Because Eiserman's just like, they're asking about him, and he's like, well, there's a lot of other players that are, shining and everything.
Yeah.
And, we don't know if we're gonna bring him up. And
he's
like, if you want to play, you got to show that you got to play. So it sounds like
I seen people talking about that big guy too. What was the big guy? Soderblom. I wasn't impressed with his play.
Yeah, you said that on here.
On
you
here,
don't
yeah.
like him. You don't like him because he's taller than you.
No, he's a Great
is.
Dane. He's just he's too kind. That's it. I just wasn't.
We do need some physical motherfuckers.
We signed Wallman. That's good. That was a good sign. We got him for, a pretty good deal. I think it was 3 years, $3 million or something like that. But I like him. I think him and Mo are a very exciting defensive pairing to have in Detroit, and we haven't had a defensive pairing that was like worth a damn, since fucking Cronwell left. Like, we haven't had like a D man that was like awesome, since Cronwell left. I mean, and now we got Mo and Wallman, and they're actually paired together, which is really fun to watch. Because Mo has like a finesse game, and Wallman has like a grit.
Yeah.
But each of them have what the other have as well.
Right.
So Mo has some grit, and Wallman also has some finesse.
Right.
And like he actually like has got decent hands and can score goals.
Yeah. But dude, we got like 25 or some shit draft picks in the next like 3 fucking drafts, dude. We got, including, I think we got like 5 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, what does that
coming
mean,
up, dude?
Like, what does that mean with the draft lottery, though?
Dude, I fucking hate the draft.
How does that
lotteries.
work?
We get fucked so hard on that. And I'm not, like, listeners, I'm not some fucking hockey.
We need Dan on here to.
Yeah, I'm not some fucking, think I'm some expert in any way. So my takes are just trash takes. Don't worry about them. But yeah, the lottery fucks. It's so shitty. We've gotten fucked out of it so many times. So what does that mean though? I don't know. It means that we get
like we don't have a chance at like Connor Bernard though, right? Because we don't necessarily know when we're drawing in the first round.
We have a chance, I think, but I think it somehow your chances diminish.
So what I heard on like Chicklets, Spitting Chicklets, you ever check that podcast out or watch clips from that?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the way they talk about it, it's like it's fucking rigged. Like it's completely rigged. Like Bettman makes the team who he wants like the number 1 draft pick to go to so that they sell more tickets in their, you know what I mean? Like they're already like calling it that Connor Bernard's going to Phoenix.
Okay.
Because Phoenix is like on the cusp of like not being a team anymore. So they're like having problems in Phoenix, probably withdraw and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so
get them a star.
Get them a star that they can watch grow and put people in the seats.
Right.
And so that's why I was like, this like lottery sounds just like the easiest way, because hockey, the game is hard to rig.
Right.
But
right.
how would you take control of it in situations like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You move the right players to the right places.
Right.
And I mean,
exactly. And that is like that is an easy way to cheat. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Phoenix got the first.
Yeah. Exactly.
They want it.
Yeah.
And we all be like, okay.
Yeah. Would be
Gosh, it should have been the Red Wings.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't it just be like the lowest seed?
Because bombing. That's what they're avoiding. Because I think a team did do that. Maybe the Penguins or something, or
they started
bomb.
Okay.
To get that first pick.
Oh yeah, I guess that is the way it works. I see. I'm not sports savvy enough to even like know how the NFL draft works compared to the NHL draft.
Nope,
like
not at all.
I actually think that those people who are into that are just like dorks. Like I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're like watching the draft.
Yeah, you're like too. I watch the draft.
You
just
watch
for the
Red
draft?
Wings. I don't.
Just the Red Wings though.
I don't watch it.
I watch wherever up to the Red Wings because I want to see who they pick. Their first pick.
I'll just catch it on Yahoo News.
Right on.
Yahoo News. I use Yahoo News.
But we have a lot of draft picks though, and Steve's talking about, he's like, oh, it's, he gives you options because, where are we gonna land in the lottery? You don't know. We've been getting fucked in the lottery.
But first round.
But anyways. First rounds, we got 5 first round picks now. We can either use those and get fucking prospects, or it's gonna take fucking 4 to 5 years, to come up.
Right.
And a lot of times they don't even pan out, right? Or you use those draft picks to get a fucking star, a stud. Maybe not a star, but
so
but you could get a star.
It's
with
like
that,
entry level. When it says entry level draft picks, is that like guys that are ready to come to the show? Or is that like signing 15-year-old juniors prospects?
Yeah.
It's that?
I don't know.
I
think it's just picks.
Because you know what I mean? Like they'll show like a picture of like Larkin
that's how the draft goes.
when he was like 15 or 16 in a Red Wings jersey.
Yeah.
Like he got signed to the Red Wings before he was eligible to even play in the NHL.
Yeah.
I don't know if that Larkin was even like, that's what, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
So that's the weird thing about hockey is like, you don't get like that. Like it's like in basketball and
football. They got to play college.
They got to play. I think basketball too now, but
play college. So when you draft them, they're coming.
Yeah. They're coming to the league, to the show.
Unless they're drafted. I don't know. I don't know how drafts work in football. Do they draft high schoolers or they draft college students?
They have to draft college students.
Okay.
Because you have to play 2 years of college to play professional football.
Okay.
So
that's like the max amount that you're waiting is like 2 years.
Yeah.
Where in hockey it's like it could be like 4.
But I guess you can come right out of like the NA, like which is like a up to 21-year-old, like a juniors league essentially.
Yeah.
And I think you can come right out of that, like Crosby did, and
hockey. No, I think you gotta be 18.
You gotta be 18.
I think you have to be 18 to play pro. But the problem is that a lot of times it don't run like that unless you have a superstar like fucking Crosby and shit like that, Yeah,
or McDavid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like superstars. We need. Our goalie's fucking banging on the fucking walleye right now.
Oh, is he?
Kosa. He's our prospect. He's our prospect goalie that we got.
He's on the walleyes?
Yeah, he's on the walleye, just fucking banging it, dude.
In the E?
Fucking banging it. He's got goalie stats that I don't understand, but fucking Kosa has allowed 1 goal or fewer in each of his last 6 starts. He is tied with John Letterman for ECHL lead with 4 shutouts. 7-0-0. He's got a .86 goals against. I don't even understand how that works. What's SV percentage? What's that mean? They got these stats on there that I don't understand. I don't know what these things mean.
Know what that means either.
But it seems like it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And he plays in the E, huh?
Plays in the E. Yeah, he's our prospect.
So why don't they move?
He's our banger. I don't think he's ready yet.
He's not ready to even move to.
From what I understand,
Griffins?
now another thing, and I think I've said this before. A lot of my hockey knowledge on this kind of shit, I get from comments, reading comment sections.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
So you read those dorks that fucking waste their lives with this shit. But from what I've read in the comments, people saying that goalies take a lot longer to develop than any other players.
He's only 20 years old too.
Yeah, so it's not like it'd be very extremely rare for an 18-year-old goalie to come into the league. Like you probably most likely won't see it or some shit. From what I read, it just takes them.
And how long do we have Husso?
I don't know.
Is Husso even signed to a contract?
I have no idea.
I'm bad at this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop it, baby.
So
I didn't mean to do that.
People are like, oh, let's keep. They're probably gonna keep him. They're gonna bring him up to AHL, or they'll keep him in this league for 1 more year, and then bring him up to the AHL the following year.
That's a big boy.
Big dude, man.
209.
So that's what Stevie's man, and everybody. I don't know. Like it just pisses me. It always pisses me off. People are like, "Oh, we should be going in the playoffs." And Stevie kind of mentioned this too in his press conference. It's like, well, why? Like why? Like, what do you want to get in the playoffs for? Like yeah, sure. Like the experience is good and everything, but it's like, fuck it. Like, no need to fucking rush in the play. We're just gonna get even if we got in the playoffs, we'd be out first round, no doubt. We are not a fucking cup contender at all.
No.
And he was talking, and Steve was talking about that. He's like, we're not. If we got in the playoffs, we have to play against Tampa Bay. We got to play against Boston.
Yeah.
We got to play against these powerhouses. And he's like, those aren't the teams we need to be worried about right now. We need to be worried about this team and this team and this team over here that are they going to be the future. They're building their teams they're going to be cup contenders in the next 4 years, 4 to 5 years. And that's our competition. He's like, those teams are our competition, not fucking Tampa and everything right now, because they're winners now.
Dude, this Bruins team might be fucking set for years, though.
Bruins, I'm excited for them.
Dude, their record is fucked to look at.
Yeah. Didn't they not lose?
They've won 10 games in a row. Look at the last stat, the streak.
Yeah.
They're on a 10-game winning streak.
I know. I'm very excited to watch them in the playoffs.
The next highest streak is the Red Wings, who are on a 7-game or 6-game losing streak.
Yeah. Yeah. Stevie's building a dynasty.
Sure.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Building a fucking dynasty. I trust the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he did it with the Lightning. The Lightning's still sitting in third.
Live division.
Yeah. So I mean, they're still killing it.
Yep.
Dude, there's no one that's fucking touching that. Boston's got 49 wins, only 8 losses.
Go to the other ones. Let me see who else got. Okay, that's 34, 36 is the highest amount of wins.
Yep, and 39 the Leafs, 38 the Lightning.
Yeah, but fuck the Leafs. They're gonna choke. They can't get past the first round, bro.
Yeah, they have some. They have some sort of like. Yeah, they haven't won a cup in a long time, right?
Yeah, a long time, pretty long time. They just can't get out of the first round.
Yeah. So who's going to be wild card then? Is it one of these two?
I think so.
Man, if we could have Yeah, but fuck it. Like you said, fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Only reason it would have been cool is just to watch the end of the season.
I just don't care about them. Like he made it so, he was so clear when he became GM. He was so clear that patience is the most important thing that we have as fans.
Oh yeah, the Canes got 42 wins
You know?
too, which is pretty good.
Fucking-
the Canes are great too.
Yeah. But it's about fucking patience, dude, and it's gonna take a while. And everybody wants, oh, it's been fucking 4 or 5 years already. You know, it's like fuck. So what?
Yeah.
You know, it took fucking. I think it was like Sakic took over the Avalanche. I think in 2013.
Yep.
And how long did it take them to win a cup? They won last year's cup.
7 years or no, 9 years.
Takes a long time, man.
When did Stevie take over the Lightning?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean, I'd like to see the timeline on their rebuild. 2010. What was the Lightning's record in 2010?
Yeah. But anyways, so Red Wings it's gonna be interesting to see, and we're gonna watch the Boston Bruins. I want to jump out of sports before we hop off, getting a little bit of our
some random shit.
You got light flickering out there. It's creeping me out, bro. The crack, the door.
Huh?
The crack of the door.
Are you serious though?
No, like before. So check this out, dude. Type in. Type in. You ready? Struan. I don't know if it's Struan. Then Roger. Right there. British actor. Okay. Click that photo, that black and white photo.
This one?
Yep. That's who's playing Biden, bro.
Oh shit.
That's who's Biden right now, bro. This motherfucker's got a IMDb fucking page.
Yeah, let me pull this up for the viewers too. Yeah, this dude looks. Let me see if I can get a Struan next to Biden.
Right there.
You see it?
Sorry, yep. There's one right there.
Okay, there we go. See the smallest fucking picture.
Now you gotta find an old Biden picture.
What happened? Oh, there you go.
So yeah, if you want it at home, type in Struan, Struan, and then Roger, Rodger, actor, and find some pictures of this dude.
I can't find this fucking window on my. I don't know what's going on here. Does he sound like him?
I don't know. I mean, he's an actor. He's a voice actor too, right?
Yeah.
He's got range. He's got
accents. So what's the skinny on this besides?
I don't know, bro. He's playing the president.
I thought it was Jim Carrey. But that's him now, though, right here.
Is it? Is it though?
Like, when is this picture taken?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is Trump pop up in this?
I don't know.
It's weird. Is he playing both?
Yeah, he's playing Trump too.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
He does look like Biden, though.
Yeah,
he sure
does.
as shit does.
He does look like Biden.
Like even just like the his eyebrows.
How about that fucking that mayor? Did you hear about that mayor that got fucking popped for like 56 charges of like child porn?
No, where at?
Maryland mayor of some Maryland city or some shit. He was like openly gay mayor.
Okay.
You know.
I see. I got him here. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
I did see this. Yeah.
56 charges. You know. Now let it be. You know, Democrat and everything. You know, even though both parties are fucking around in this shit.
Yeah. 56 counts of child pornography.
Yeah. How about the what about, did you see any of that January 6th footage coming out and shit?
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson was talking about it and everything.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy, man.
What's he saying about it? I didn't see his commentary.
He's showing, okay, so the QAnon shaman, right?
Yeah.
The guy, the horns guy. That dude got 4 years prison time for like terrorism or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, he's like the poster boy of Jan 6 now. And so there's over 40,000 hours of footage of January 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's more footage is slowly being released. And some of the footage that got released was of his whole fucking encounter inside of the Capitol building. And the whole time he's in there, he's basically being escorted by like police.
Yeah, they're just walking him around.
They're like opening doors for him.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, they're like giving him a tour, and you could clearly see it. And at there's a point, and Tucker Carlson points this out, that he walks by like 9 cops. They're all just standing there like talking and shit. There's like 9 of them, you know. And he's with like a guide basically, and they walk past them and go into the fucking room. So basically, it's like, you know, the Democratic Party's like saying, oh, this is worse than 9/11. This insurrection was worse than 9/11. And basically what all this footage is showing is like, it was so bad, you know, there was 9 cops there that could have took down this fucking evil guy that's getting 9 years, you know.
Yeah, 4 years.
Or 4 years. But he wasn't doing anything. Right, he was walking around, and then all this footage that's coming out is showing all these people. Like, yeah, there was sure there was a couple people that like broke into some windows and
it got rowdy outside.
You know,
Yeah.
got rowdy outside. I'm pretty sure they had a permit too to be there, like that
The
protest.
shaman?
No, the protest
Okay.
outside. There was like a permit involved and everything like that. But then. You know, majority of the people, like 99% of the people that went into the Capitol building, like you watch this footage and they're like taking selfies and like taking pictures of stuff in the Capitol. Like it's like, oh, they're actually like proud of the Capitol building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're like they have
They're
like
not trying to burn it down.
Yeah, they have like a love
essentially.
for it, you know?
Yeah.
And like a lot of them just look like they're like, oh shit, we can come in here and walk around and shit. Well, here, let's
No,
get
all of them were there
you know?
to kidnap Pelosi.
Yeah, dude, it's just
and tie her up and blow them up.
Yeah.
They all they had to do was leak one statement saying that somebody was gonna harm Pence or Pelosi.
Yeah.
And then that labeled everybody involved in this protest as terrorist. And it was like, and when you watch the footage, like you're saying, like it's not like you look at these people and they're like mostly like proud, patriotical people that are they are in the Capitol and they seem to be
and they are protesting.
Yeah, but they seem to be respecting it.
Exactly.
I mean, minus the Antifa motherfuckers that broke the windows and you know, and the FBI agents that let everyone in.
Yeah.
And then to be honest, when I saw the QAnon shaman guy, when I saw the Tucker Carlson footage that was all out, I was like, hold on, is he just being placed in his place? Like, is he just being put in his place? Like, is he part of this? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I went with it. I was like, is he just like now being like,
I think he was a patsy. Like he was like here's our guy.
yeah, take him around, make sure he gets into the fucking.
Yeah, make sure we get some pictures of him
Yeah.
standing at the podium.
Yeah,
and-
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
is he like, and then does he have to? You're gonna take a 4-year sentence for this, and everyone's gonna call you a kook.
Or
But
they didn't even do that.
They
They're
didn't
just
have
like,
to, probably. Yeah.
They don't. They're not like, oh, you're part of this. They're just like, you're our guy. Like,
Yeah.
whether you
Yeah, they're like
know it or not.
on the comms. They're like, you see the guy with the horns on
Yeah.
on the flag? Yeah, he's gonna be the one. He's
Yeah.
gonna be the one. Now walk him around, make sure he gets in where we need him.
Right.
We got photographers ready. All that
Yep.
shit.
Because they did have to. Yeah, and it's just. It's crazy, but it won't change anything. This is always going to be worse than World War II.
Yeah,
forever.
right?
Like.
Yeah, comparable to the Holocaust.
Yeah. Fucking. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, I don't know how much of it I can talk about on here, but Nick Fuentes was on a podcast that Enzo sent. I can't remember the name of the podcast. Pearl. What the hell was it? She's
Is it that chick, that Pearl chick?
Yeah, but what's the name of her
yeah,
podcast?
I don't know.
Pearl.
Yeah, I like her, man.
Yeah, she's all about she's
yeah,
a based ass chick.
Based ass chick. She comes from a rich family. She talks about it.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I come from money. So what?
Pearl interview. What the hell was the name of the show though? Well, anyways, it's on this is him.
I can find it real quick.
Yeah, find it if you can. Pearly Things. I think it's called Just Pearly Things. But so if you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, he's like supposedly
Just Pearly Things.
He's like this right-wing extremist, actually identified as a right-wing extremist.
He goes pretty raw.
He goes in. He goes in. He's into like a lot of stuff that, we couldn't even talk about on the YouTube channel because I'm pretty sure they would strike it. And so what she does is she sits down with him, and she has a YouTube channel and a Rumble channel. And so she has an edit for YouTube, and then she posted the full interview on Rumble. So she was like, in the interview, she was openly like, we're not going to be able to put this on YouTube.
Yeah.
But what she does, and what I'll just highlight of the interview, is so if you know anything, Nick Fuentes has been rolling around with Ye. And during all of Ye's like most provocative statements and everything that was going around, Nick Fuentes was the guy that was on his side. And everyone was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
And he's a right-wing commentary. He's been banned off of everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
He had his bank account frozen and shit.
Yeah, he's been on the no-fly list.
Yeah.
For January 6th, actually. Because he was at January 6th. But she goes through in this interview. So if you don't know who that guy was who was with Ye, this is the guy. And she actually interviews him. Like, it's one of the best interviews I've ever seen. Because she doesn't like... So he has some wild ideas that people wouldn't get along with, but she doesn't ever she just lets him express himself. And she goes through his like Wikipedia, and his Wikipedia is like, far right extremist that denies the Holocaust, does this. And then she goes by each one of the things that his Wikipedia says, she has him explain like what that is. And he goes into every single one of them of why he thinks the way he thinks. And it's a really like, the kid's real bright.
Yeah.
He's like a virgin Christian.
Right.
I think he's Catholic. But like, I mean, he has some wild views though. Like he thinks we should have a king and shit.
Okay.
Like he doesn't believe in democracy.
Yeah.
Like he thinks that it should be run by a king. And he goes into it and he explains it. And like, it's not necessarily, and the thing that's important about this is that he's banned from everything. Yeah. And you can't ever hear his opinion to disagree with it. So that's the biggest part of this whole censorship of like this newspeak and this, controlled narrative. Like, you don't ever even get to hear the other side to have like a counter. And she's not arguing with him. She's not there to, debate him. But she is like, if Ben Shapiro wants to come on here and debate you, I'll host it. I'll have it. Like, two people that actually know what they're talking about with like foreign policy and, all that shit.
Right.
It's just a really awesome interview. So her channel's just Pearly Things. And she's like, at the end of it, she's like, I'm pretty sure I just got like way more red pilled.
Okay.
And like, what I mean? So she was like not ready for like a lot of the stuff that he talks about. And he talks about it with class. I mean, he's not like hateful. He's a Christian guy. He's not spouting hate.
Yeah.
And like, that's what they're making him out to be, is like this, like, and he calls out the right a lot. He calls out what the actual right is doing as well.
Yeah.
Like with like how they're not conservatives and like they're not actually like holding true to their values. They're just doing what will ever move the ball forward in this larger picture of like world dominance.
Right.
It's a brilliant interview. It really is. I mean,
I'm gonna watch that probably Thursday.
If other listeners are out there, there's some wild things that, that Nick believes in.
Yeah.
I mean, but
so what?
Yeah. So what? Like, listen to what he has to say and then like come up with like an intelligent like response if you don't agree with it.
Right.
Because I couldn't.
Or just don't agree with it. Like,
sure.
You don't have to agree with everything somebody says.
And that's the biggest thing. That's what I took from it. It was like, this guy's like, he seems like he could be like a Ben Shapiro. Like, he has that type of energy, like a political pundit that comments on foreign policy and all that shit, or like Tim Pool and this and that. Like, but like, they won't even let this guy speak.
Yeah.
I mean, might have said some he talks about it on there. He's like, I've said some wild shit. Like, I've
heard him say some wild shit.
I do this for a living, and I've been doing this since I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I do it because I think it's funny, and you might not think it's funny, but I think it's funny.
Right.
He's kind of on that like Owen Benjamin kick, where he says some wild shit, and it's not always necessarily because he's hateful. It's because like he finds comedy in things that you might not.
So Just Pearly Things with Nick Fuentes. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find us?
Yeah, that shit will put you right on a list if you watch it, just so everyone knows that. You're watching on Rumble. And if you are watching Rumble, check out our podcast on Rumble too, because I did just confirm that every episode is being mirrored to Rumble. So I'm going to post the one that YouTube won't let us have pretty soon here. They did strike us and take us down for one of our episodes, but I think it was like 20 episodes ago. But I'm going to post it on Rumble as well, because they're sick with that. And, check us out on TikTok. And we just popped a new TikTok. And we didn't get into our TikTok segment today, but we'll do it next week.
Yep.
So leave us some comments, leave us some love. And Instagram, Secret Hideout Podcast, everything.
Yep. And just like always, don't listen to a word we say because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And please do your own research, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
Later. We don't need to do intro. We need an intro? You haven't put intros in.
I put one.